We often hear these historical claims about the Palestinians.
منذ 5000 سنة والفلسطينيون في هذه الأرض.
سيدنا المسيح عليه السلام هو فلسطيني بامتياز.
In a highly politicized debate, it's worth asking, what's fact and what's fiction? The name Palestine was created by the Roman Emperor Hadrian. During his rule, Hadrian massacred the rebellious Jewish population in the Kingdom of Judea and sent most of the remaining Jewish population into exile. Hadrian was determined to obliterate thousands of years of Jewish presence in the land of Israel, going back to the time of the Bible. Archaeological evidence demonstrates a continuous Jewish presence beginning in 1300 BCE. And so, he decided to rename the province of Judea, Syria-Palestina, after the nemesis of the Jews, the Philistines. The Philistines were an ancient people that, like many others, had vanished over time and have no connection to today's Palestinians. While Hadrian exiled many, the Jews have maintained a continuous presence in the land of Israel ever since, building strong communities in Jerusalem, Safed, Hebron, and Tiberias over the years. Judea was the last independent state that existed in the land. Century after century, the remaining Jews, as well as other groups, lived under the rule of successive foreign empires that called the area by different names. But in Europe, the Roman word Palestina remained the geographical term that was used most frequently. So when the land fell into the hands of the British at the end of World War I, they named it Palestine. The League of Nations, a predecessor to the UN, granted the victorious World War I powers mandates to control the Middle East and prepare the local peoples for independence. This area came under the British Mandate of Palestine. Two populations lived under the Mandate of Palestine, Arab
Salam.
and Jewish.
Shalom.
While the Arabs, for the most part, preferred to see themselves part of Greater Syria, the Jews adopted their new association as residents of Palestine. And so, the Jewish-founded Palestine Symphony Orchestra would, upon Israel's independence, become the Israeli Philharmonic. The Anglo-Palestine Bank would become the Israeli Leumi Bank. And this poster, that is often used today to support anti-Israel arguments, was in fact a Zionist ad promoting tourism to the Jewish homeland in Palestine. In 1947, the mandate expired, and the UN decided to split the land into independent Jewish and Arab states. The Jews accepted the UN resolution and called their state Israel. The Arab world, however, rejected the two-state plan, and right after the last British soldiers departed, attacked their newly independent neighbor. They wanted to eradicate the Jews in Israel. Against all odds, the Jewish people in Palestine, without a regular army or an air force, were able to defeat all of the Arab armies who came to destroy them. After the war, Jordan annexed the West Bank, and Egypt took over the Gaza Strip, both areas that had been assigned to the Arabs as part of the partition plan. Neither country saw a need to set up an independent state in these areas. As a result, an Arab state did not materialize in the former British Mandate of Palestine. In 1964, the Arab League founded the PLO, Palestine Liberation Organization. This was the first time this Arab group, that previously defined themselves as Syrians and Egyptians, started naming themselves the Palestinian people. The PLO demanded the entire area of the mandate, though it called for the destruction of Israel, but did not challenge Jordanian and Egyptian rule. Arab aspirations continued to focus solely on eliminating the state of Israel and killing all of the Jews who lived there, instigating another war in 1967, in which Israel gained control over the former Mandate territories in the West Bank and Gaza. So, are these historical claims about the Palestinians true?
لم تمر حقبة في التاريخ خلت من وجود الشعب الفلسطيني في هذه الأرض.
السيد المسيح كان الفلسطيني الأول الذي عذب في هذه الأرض.
No, these claims are false. The name Palestine was only created in 134 AD, and the Arab population that lived in Israel during the British Mandate only started calling themselves Palestinians in 1964. But what about Jesus being a Palestinian? Jesus, in fact, was a Jew living in the Kingdom of Judea.